Hi, my name's Mike, and this is my boat lily pad. We're gonna work on putting the dash in today. Let me show you what we're gonna do. So we got this dash taken out because it was all rotten, and we're gonna put a new one in. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to do a couple pieces because I'm not gonna take everything, all the wires and a steering harness and all that out of this pole. It's just gonna be too much work. So I'll cut a piece around this, but I think I'm gonna make one piece that goes on this side, and that'll go all the way over to here. And then I'll make another piece that's gonna go on over the console here. So let's go get the wood and measure it out. I just measured out the dimensions for the board that I'm gonna be cutting up. So now let's transfer those over to the board, and then I'll cut it out and bring it in and see if it fits. All right, I got the main piece cut out size, so I just cut it out 40 by 72, the first section, and then I just measured out this square to cut that out for the opening for the hatch going downstairs. So we'll cut that out, go inside, and see if it fits. All right, so starting to put this in, and it's really tight underneath the windshield there. So what I think I might do is trim off the corner here so it'll slide in a little better. And then I might trim off a little bit here too, but we'll get it in there eventually, but it's gonna take a little bit of work to get it in there. All right, so I finally got this section to fit in. I haven't screwed it down yet, but it was quite the process. This dash is not flat, and I'm assuming when they put it on the first time, they put it on before the windshield, so it was probably a lot easier. So what I'm gonna do is I'll probably have to make a new piece for this and have it go over a little further so I can screw it down in. So there's just not enough on that to screw it in. So I was hoping to do this all as one piece, but it's not going to work. So maybe I'll do this all as one, and then I'll do another piece over here. So it'll be 3-piece dash. But slowly coming together here. Obviously, I'll have to make some trim pieces to cover up some of the little defects here and there. But it all had quarter rounds on all this stuff anyways already before I did anything. So we'll just put the quarter rounds back on there, and hopefully tomorrow I can get this side done, and I can get all the controllers back up and everything. And then down here, I put this wall in, and I will have to underneath is ceiling, so clean that up a little bit, and then I'll throw the ceiling on, and then I'll varnish all this wood down here, and gonna make some covers for these cushions, and then I just have a little bit of work to do in the bathroom here too, so getting closer. All right, we got the dash in. Cut out all the holes for the gauges and everything else I need there. And then we're just gonna do some varnish. Did not come out exactly like I wanted it to. I wanted to just do one piece, but unfortunately I was not able to do that. And then I also didn't realize this was wider than 8 feet. So I had to use 2 pieces of plywood. So I'm hoping when I put the stain on, the color is gonna look a little bit closer, but it obviously is not exact, so match. So it is what it is. But the last dash was all rotted out, so had to do something. And this is definitely gonna be much better than it was. So I'll get the epoxy ready to start epoxying it. And Miles is with me today. He's on school vacation, so he's gonna help video today. All right, so we're just putting some epoxy on the walls down here in the V-berth. And then we'll move up and do the dash after we get this done. Let's get in the corner and up top. How are we doing?
Good.
I don't think so. Alright, I gotta go up and get some more epoxy. Alright, we're just gonna mix this up with the brush. That'll do.
Looks like slime.
Mm. Alright, that looks pretty good. Wipe off the excess on the brush. And do a load here. I gotta get the rest of the brush down there. Broken a little bit. I'm gonna take it apart. Forgot about that. do this section up here. I don't know what we're gonna do on the bottom here, but we'll figure it out eventually. All right, we got the dash all coated up. And then we also got down in the V-berth coated. So we'll let that dry, come back in a couple hours and do another coat.